Alright, so if we're looking at this question here, question 5, place the correct mathematical symbol in between the following pairs of fractions to make true mathematical statements. This one's pretty simple if the denominators are the same. Okay, it's really important to remember what our symbols mean. The easiest way to think about your greater than and your less than symbol is the crocodile always eats the bigger number. Alright, so in A, the case of A, our greater than symbol goes like that. Okay, in the case of B, once again, it goes like that. It's pointing to the small one and it's eating the big one. Now, for C, all of a sudden, we have a different situation. Okay, we have a situation where 3/3 and 2 2's are both different denominators. So which one is bigger? Which one is smaller? Well, in this case, 3/3 is a whole number, okay, because there is all the numerators taken up of the denominator. So that means our container of thirds is full. Our container of halves is also full. So in this instance, we're going to have an equals sign. Okay, they both equal the same amount. I just want to come down here though to E, because on E we have a situation where our two denominators are different. Okay, so that means that we're going to have to, before we can find out which one's greater than and which one's less than, we need to find a common denominator. Now, the way that we do this is we need to find the multiples of 4 and the multiples of 3. So it's easiest just to list them. Okay, so we know our 4 times tables, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so forth. 3, our times tables for that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and so on. We need to find a common one, and we need the lowest common one, because that will make it far easier for us. So as I said, 4, 8, 12, okay, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 is a common denominator for 4 and 3. Now I need to multiply 4 by 3 times to get there. So that means my fraction, if I multiplied it by 3, would look like this, 3 over 12. Okay, my fraction for 1/3, I'd need to multiply 3 by 4 to get there, to make 12. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So in this instance, 3 got multiplied by 4, so 1 also gets multiplied by 4. So I have 3/12 and 4/12. So by this I can see that 4/12 is the bigger fraction. Okay, so down here I would put in my greater than symbol towards the 1/3. Okay, so really important that we find a common denominator, okay, that we can compare it to before we put in our answer. Don't immediately assume, oh, that's a 4, so that's bigger than 3. Okay, it actually didn't work out that way. Okay, so that's question 5. Question 6, place the following fractions in ascending order. We're going to have a go at, let's have a go at C. All right, this one here. Just bring up my screen. Okay, so 6C, and my 3 fractions are 2/5, 3/4, and 4/5. Okay, once again, I need a common multiple that I can see if these fractions are equal or different or whatever. So immediately looking at these denominators, I can list the multiples if I want. So for 5, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, for 4, I've got 8, 16, oops, sorry, 12, 16, 20, oh, 20. I found a common one. Okay, so I need to multiply 5 by 4 times. And I need to multiply 4 by 5 times. Okay, because 4 times 5 will equal 20, and 5 times 4 will also equal 20. Alright, so 2 4s are 8. Obviously, it's all going to be 20ths. 3 5s are 15. 4 4s are 16. Now, just by chance, we've got our answer. So 8 twentieths, 15 twentieths, 16 twentieths. Okay? Now, the question asks you to place them in ascending order. It doesn't ask you to find common denominators and place them in ascending order. It asks you to place these fractions in ascending order. So we need to go back to those fractions and then list them again in their original form and put them in ascending order, just like that. All right, let's have a look at a problem-solving question. 4 friends, Dean, David, Andrew, and Rob, all completed in the Great Ocean Road Marathon. Their respective finish times were 3 and 1/3 hours, 3 and 5/12 hours, 3 and 1/4 hours, and 3 and 4/15 hours. Write down the correct finishing order of the 4 friends. Okay, so once again, we're going to have to find common denominators. No, I didn't want that to happen. Okay, very good. This was question 9. Okay, so I've got 3 and 1/3. I've got 3 and 5/12. I've got 3 and 1/4, and I have 3 and 4/15. Okay, so I need to find a denominator that's going to be common for all of these. All right, I can take 3 to 12. Okay, can definitely do that. And I can also take 3 to 15. 4 is a little bit trickier. Okay, we need to find a multiple of 4 that can make this a bit easier for us. So what we're going to have to do, first thing I want to point out before we start to find a denominator that's equal for all of these is that they're all 3s. Okay, they've all got 3 whole numbers, so they took 3 hours and something. So we can just ignore the 3s for the moment, and we can just focus on the fractions. Firstly, you need a process for finding common multiples. So the easiest way to do this would be to list them. Okay, I'm not going to list them because I don't want to take too much time, but all I'd do is I'd have a list of the multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, and I'd just keep going until I find a common multiple for 12, 4, and 15 as well. The one that springs to mind straight away is 60. Okay, 60 is a common multiple of all of these numbers. So to turn 1/3 into 60, I need to times 3 by 20. Okay, which I also do to the top. So for that person, it'll become 20 over 60. For 12, I need to multiply it by 5. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. And obviously it's over 60. For the next person, 4, I need to multiply 4 by 15 times to get to 60. Okay. All right, and the last one, 15, I need to multiply that by 4 times to get to 60. 4 4s are 16. So if I was to now look at these fractions, and we need to find out who completed in the finishing order. So obviously the lowest time will come first. The lowest time that can be seen here is this one, 3 and 1/4. Oh, I'll knock that up, 3 and 1/4. The next one would be here, okay, 3 and 4/15. The next one's this one, 3 and 1/3. And the last one is 3 and 5/12. Okay, when I answered this question, obviously I'd answer them also in their names as well. Okay, so really important to do that as it's problem solving. But that's how we would work out that question.